pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Don Wills.
Let me help you.
Betty
Betty
Sharp.
Sharp,
Fred Sharp.
Fred Sharp, Kizron Ali, we heard Don Wells,
Evie Tolles, and Bill Westerhoff.
all here, absent, Pam Kelp.
Everyone had a chance to look the agenda over?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to,
Accept the agenda.
I
Approve it.
second.
And the minutes? So everyone had a chance to look them over?
I make a motion to approve the agenda, the minutes.
I'll second it. Go ahead, Bill.
Second. We don't have any guest speakers today. So I'm assuming no public comment. Has everyone looked over the financial reports?
Yes.
I'd like to move that we approve financial reports.
Or any remarks about that?
No, not yet.
Okay, I second. And this is roll call. So, Betty? Fred?
Approved.
Kizron, I say yes.
Don? Good.
Evelyn?
yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
No nays. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go to the Township Manager's communication. They're requesting that we motion to vote on a few things here. Let's see where I just put it.
Which we will just come to a new business.
Well, yes, we will just come to a new business thing.
So we can move to park manager's report if you'd like.
Actually, I would.
Sorry, I'm like moving it along.
Yeah, forgive me, I'm
No, you're okay.
new to this stuff, so.
Do I have a park manager's report?
I thought I saw that. It's just
didn't
one
see
page,
it.
I believe.
It's right after the memo. So like after the financial reports and then the memo. Oh, here, you can do this.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, that's the,
No, that was the Parks Commission.
it's on your right, near your right hand.
Did we all get one?
Yes, sir. So it's right after the, yep, that's the
Okay.
flip. After the memo, there we go.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anna, I'm reading about the power loss. Do we need to upgrade, or is it just a?
No, they just had, they didn't have the load balanced in the breaker box, because they did so much, adding like the cameras and the furnace and an air conditioner. And then apparently, we had 2 light ballasts on an old light post that were drawing power, even though the lights were not in use. So we're probably gonna see a decrease in the bill on that, because it's cost a lot to run. So they've already fixed the issue
Okay,
as of right now, so we'll see.
thank you.
So are you saying that the load amperage balance is the breaker box is balanced now with the load amperage?
Correct.
So that takes care of the issue that we had last time, right?
Yet we should not have any fuses blowing in the transformer. So if we do, then there's something else going on.
So is the sled hill light working now? I think there was only one last time. Is that correct?
Correct. So, we're waiting to get an update from the township on what we've had any updates on that. We don't have any updates on what the upgrades yet.
You guys found a crack in the women's restroom, huh? And then I noticed that it said it settled back down. So what did it happen? Did you notice it when it was like really cold?
Yes, but the ground wasn't that far in the ground at that point, but I mean, that was pretty much the grout line thick of the crack, you can see daylight.
And now it's like just the hairline crack.
No, if it was separation.
And now
It
it's
settled.
settled back together again?
Yeah, so we're gonna have to investigate that. It could be because the insulation in the block may be getting moist and freezing. So,
So don't we have that company coming out to seal and do some work out there already this year?
we're insulating the office portion.
Is that the same company?
They're just gonna fur out the wall like 2 inches out like this, basically how you do a basement, and just in between that and the block, just to keep the heat in. And then we're gonna evaluate what the best option is to do the whole exterior, all of the exterior walls. But yes, we do still need to power wash and seal the exterior just to keep the weather from penetrating in. But this is a short-term solution for now to keep the heat in, and then we're gonna go to long-term.
Could you go on to say that dedicated funds should be budgeted, there aren't any funds available right now?
Not specifically to the buildings, and I do feel like for long-term, we should plan like a certain amount, because the buildings are old.
Yeah, okay.
How do we go about determining what we need and all that?
I'd probably do a walkthrough with a contractor and or DPW, or maybe someone from the township.
And then you'd
Assess.
propose that to us? Okay.
So the Sled Hill Light situation is under control now?
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
So, I don't know, the township has agreed to bring that light into their street light program that they're doing. They're working with DTE. So I don't know when that starts, where they're at with that yet. But we're down to 1 light up there.
So that's kind of out of our purview then at this point, or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then this is something outside of the Parks Manager report, but any news on the locomotive donation?
Cindy's,
No, not yet.
Okay.
I mean, we've talked to the gentleman, and we are going to put some sort of campaign together early 2025, which is now. So within the next month or two, we should probably, I'll meet with him and get some sort of a campaign rollout.
And campaign in terms of needed
Fundraising.
funds? Right, okay.
How do we do that? Is that you send it out to all the people in East China, is there?
This is the first. I don't think they've ever done a mass fundraising project since the Playscape back in the 90s. They did celebration those types of fundraising. But this will be a more direct campaign to business.
And then that's something that you handle as part of as part of what, the township management, I guess? or-
Yeah, it's, like I said, it's not something that has been done before. I've done it in other parts of my experience professionally, but it hasn't been done here. But it's, you put together some promotional materials, get it on our website, do Channel 6, they'll do a little interview and a promo, and just kind of get the word out once we have a plan and a goal of actually what we're trying to raise. And we'll get some, he wanted to get some good photos, and we'll get some nice promotion materials put together.
Do you have an idea of the money we're looking for?
We went over that last fall, anywhere from $50K and up to do the move and set.
Anyone have any other questions for the township manager? I mean, for the parks manager?
Nope. We can move on to the next.
All right. Alan Ridgely, do you have anything to report today?
Yeah.
Township liaison.
So we had a mission, vision, and values workshop the Township Board of Trustees did here 2 Mondays ago now, and went very well. It was a 3-hour-long session. We kind of went through what we see as like things that we see that we should be kind of focusing on, and I thought it went very well. And I'm sure you guys heard about the apartment fire on Bree Road, and just so that everybody knows that's out in the community, SCCstrong.org is where people can donate and that kind of thing. And then we also hired 2 new engineering firms for the township, Wade Trim and Anderson, Eckstein, and Westrick. So are there any questions or anything? There's not, it's been kind of quiet.
Well, I was curious about, so you say there's funding, you're soliciting funding for the people that own
It's,
were they apartments or were they condos?
they were
Apartments.
Yeah.
And they're asking for funds for the people that got burned out? Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And it's, I believe the Community Foundation is
Yeah.
the one that's heading it up, so
Are they, is that gonna be torn down? I mean, I guess,
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I would think that that's something you guys probably want to have happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks a little severe.
Oh, yeah, it's, I don't think it's
Yeah, it's-
rebuildable. I mean,
yeah.
it doesn't look like it.
Yeah. And I believe they're doing a fundraiser or something. Not just that, but outside of that, like a fund.
GoFundMe thing or something.
Yeah, or no, like an in-person, maybe dinner, lunch, something. I don't know. My mom was mentioning it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something else.
Yeah.
If anyone's watching, or if anyone here is
Right.
can.
Do you know if the owners
attend.
were insured and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know.
We don't,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's individual for renters insurance for each,
Yeah, but not for the building.
right, well, I would think,
Yeah,
If he's-
that's what I was wondering, if the building was insured by
Yeah.
the owners.
Give them a call.
Yeah. You never know, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I had another question.
Sure.
Thank you very much for the update. You updated us via emails regarding the increase in the wages for the Parks Commission. Long overdue. I guess my question is it per meeting or is it per hour?
It's for me.
Okay, and then, so I guess that hasn't changed. But then, correct me if I'm wrong, please, but is Township Board, is that also per meeting or is that per hour?
No, it's a salary. It's a set salary.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I
Oh.
believe it's per
I thought it was per hour.
month. Yeah, I think we just, I've never missed a meeting, but I don't think it's per meeting. I think it's just a salary, it's a set.
Okay, and then do you guys also, did you guys also, get a raise as well?
No.
Really? Interesting. Okay. That's all. Thank you.
Anybody else? All right.
Good.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, new business. Per our communications memo from the township manager, I would like to motion to vote on 4 or 5 issues in front of us.
Where are you getting 4 or 5 issues? I just see 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
On the memo.
It's right here. Do you have this?
Yeah, what? Okay.
Communications
Yeah.
memo?
I wish it was like here, listed here.
Right.
Because going
Here,
back
I'll
and
share
forth
that
is a
with you.
little, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Why don't we just follow the agenda instead of, let's follow this agenda here. So the park plan reduction grant. So more park cameras are for the main park. Where is information about that?
It's not on here. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's number 2 on this list.
Oh, okay. So then how much are we,
Applying for
like what is,
the security
what
camera?
was what was the amount? And how many cameras would
It's,
we be getting with that?
Is there anything in particular that's driving this? Is it a security issue, something that happened?
Vandalism?
So we have installed cameras at the park, and our insurance carrier encourages us to stay on top of security and
Got it.
lowering our risk. And they provide a grant. We can apply once a year. This is
Okay,
the
I
new
see this.
calendar year, so there's no reason why we wouldn't apply. Deanna has worked with with RISA to determine that there are some underserved locations as of yet still
Okay.
with the camera situation, so they would like to
Yeah,
put in
that's-
3
that's the
more.
maximum.
There's a quote in the packet. The maximum grant amount is $2,500.
Yeah, I see that. So then how many can we get within that system?
It would just be to apply for the maximum amount,
And then we do whatever we can do with it. right?
and the balance would
terms-
be covered by the township.
But I'm saying how many cameras would be covered within this?
3 additional, but then it's also the jumper, I don't know what they call those, to jump it from the building
Yeah,
to
the
each
the quote
location.
is
So it'll
in
be 2 on the office and 1 on the hill, right? Is that what I read?
No, we would have 1 on the hill and 1 like in the dog park parking lot.
Oh.
Or 2, actually, would be covering like that whole area.
Oh, okay.
How many cameras are currently in the park?
What do we have now? 2, 4, 6, 8, I think
You better
9.
be careful
really?
there.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay,
Big brother.
Yeah.
wow.
Had issues with vandalism though, so it's like.
Yeah, sure.
Has there been vandalism in the park?
Not in a while, but I think.
There has been.
Nothing major.
It's like
A couple
damaging
years ago,
things.
we had some pretty big issues, but we haven't, last year was pretty good.
Okay, so are you requesting us to apply for that?
Just requesting we motion.
Okay, if
to
you would
allow
like,
them
if
to
you would
apply.
like to have me apply, then I would just
Okay,
request
I will
that
make a
you
motion
put that
for the township manager to apply for the park plan reduction grant for the maximum use for the video camera systems for the main park, and so that we have additional security. Do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next, approval of the lawn.
So this
cutting.
is from the insurance agency, right?
It's our
And then we would
property.
determine if we need to make up any more.
So it's a reimbursement grant. So we will supply them with our request. If they grant it, they'll grant up to 2,500. We go ahead with the work. We show them what we've done, submit an invoice. They will reimburse us up to 2,500, but we'll incur the cost of the project.
But anything above the
and beyond.
2,500 would come back here for approval?
Well, you have the quote there from Lisa for the amount to do the 3 cameras.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, at this point, once we get approval for the grant, then I would come back and let you know the grant has been approved, do you want to move with the project? Move ahead with the project.
What is that amount, just a
$5,594.12.
I'm missing it somewhere, I guess I didn't.
One of the last pages.
5,500.
This is the second to last.
Sorry, thank you. Okay. So then we're actually making a motion to accept the full 5,500, right?
No, you're actually just making a motion that you're going to direct me to apply for the grant.
Right?
And if we receive the grant, we will be notified in April. I think it closes in March. We'll be notified in April. At that point, I would let the commission know we've received the grant up to, and it may be less than 2,500, but I'll bring
Right.
that to the commission. Then you can then approve
Right.
the work to be done.
Okay, thank you.
So, just a quick question, why does it say 5,000 per member on the first page of that plan?
What are you
Risk
looking at?
reduction. It says 2
Yep.
grant cycles, maximum award of 5,000 per member per
Yep,
cycle.
so if you look on page 5, there are some limitations.
Oh, okay.
And security video camera systems, maximum is
Oh, I
2,500
see.
for that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you.
It was a suggestion, if the commission has a better option to apply for a different grant. In the past, they've done mulch and they've asked for up to 5,000. But this is an immediate need that we've already identified, so we thought we'd bring it to you.
I'm sorry, didn't we just motion and vote to approve that?
Oh, yeah, we can do discussion. That's
Okay.
okay. Oh, no, that's okay.
That's good.
No, that's okay. We can do
It seems like we
discussion.
kinda
That's
skipped
good.
that.
Questions are always welcome.
Yeah.
Usually before you vote, though.
Right.
True. That's
Usually.
true. But that's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
We are all still sticking with our motion. Right, everyone?
Right.
Okay, perfect. Moving on to the next one, approval of the lawn,
Kevin's Lawn Care.
yes, for 2025. I did raise questions because I had assumed we had already approved this. And then the township manager did bring up the fact that she went back in the emails, in the minutes, couldn't find that. I went back in the minutes and I couldn't find that. I think the last extension, then I'm assuming, was in March of last year. Is that correct? So that was just for last year's extension to apply for, I assumed
Thought we did it around October or November.
as well. I
So,
looked, that's the thing, I
I
looked in the
believe you
minutes, I didn't
discussed
see
it,
that.
but I
What we
don't
did.
believe that it was actually a motion to
It wasn't.
extend.
I do remember that specifically. What we did was he agreed that if the price would, if Kevin would match the price, then
Which he has, right?
we would
Yes, I
vote,
read
we
that.
would motion and
Okay.
vote on it, and which we're,
Okay.
so here we are today.
Okay, so now, how long is this extension for? It says right here till the end of November, that's it? Like, our-
2025.
So it's through 2025.
It's an annual, it's been annual for the last 2 years, year by year. Kind
I
of,
know, I wish it was just once and done, like every 2 years or every 3 years would be best, but, okay.
I think that's a big risk on his part, but,
To maintain the same pricing?
yeah.
I would think we
But
could
the old
approach him
contracts
later.
were like 3 years,
Yeah.
and he held them. And
Yeah.
I thought that we had to. I even
Yes.
talked to old commissioners, because I was confused. And then I was told that, no, by township, no, you can go year to year. You don't have to go with, having public bids every 3 years, so. It's a good price, still beats everyone else, so we might as well do it at least for this year.
Well, we've actually gotten other bids in the past then, so we know that he's still competitive.
yes.
Correct.
Deanna, yes.
When we first began this process, it was, this company was the most competitive versus, I think there were 3 others or,
There was one that was close, but
yeah.
this one was more familiar.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
good.
I remember it was during COVID, we had to come out and do bids outside the building, but, yeah. Okay, so I guess, yeah. I'll make a motion to approve or to extend the lawn maintenance and to continue with the current company, Kevin's Lawn Care.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I guess we need roll call for this.
Yes.
Betty?
Yay.
Yes.
Okay, Brett. Kizron, aye.
Aye.
Dawn, Evelyn?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And that's when all in favor comes in. Ayes.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, next. Discussion on playscape. Who's gonna repair? Should we just wait on the discussion on the playscape?
We can. I brought some material. With regards to the playscape, I brought some material, but it's dated. It's a couple years old now. I started this project a couple years back, but the companies are still there. I think we should all do a little bit more research and get a good idea of what we want there, and whether or not we want to try and salvage that playscape or completely remove it.
I think our discussion stated that it was not salvageable. So I think we just need to look at new ideas moving forward for it.
Well, then I think that we could at least start with a price on how much it's going to cost to have it removed. So,
Matches are cheap.
Yeah.
okay.
Deanna,
So then-
it's still, like, they can still play on it safely right now, is that correct?
What we're basically been doing now is instead of trying to replace and repair, we're just doing removal.
Okay.
Because once it's to the point of that, like even replacing like the climbers and stuff is thousands of dollars. We've rebuilt climbers ourselves with rubber tubing and chain, and it's like not worth it. So we've kind of just sort of been
Smaller and smaller.
retiring parts that are no longer functional and keeping us safe.
So how much time do you think is left before you have to basically close the whole thing?
I mean,
Getting that close?
it's past its expiration.
Yeah.
It was to be 20 years expired, and we're at, what, 25, I think now.
Yeah.
And it's in our 5-year plan. That's where most of our funding is, where we're looking, so.
And we can do it through phasing, so it's not like we have to try and do everything at one time.
So what do you
Although
mean?
that would be nice.
Don, you mean just come with, like, oh, I want a slide, you want, you know, like, what?
Actually, I
you know what I
think we should
mean?
be a
want
little
water.
more structured than that. Like, maybe we could start off by, all of us meeting there.
Okay,
Meeting at that playscape area, and, if I could bring a tape measure, I've already been there, I've already measured it all. We could start figuring out how, bring some I'll bring some catalogs. Maybe you guys could find companies that are interested in providing us with playscape equipment. There's some really, really neat stuff out there now.
I think too, maybe reaching out to some representatives and ask them to do a presentation on what they've done in other communities, what they have to offer.
That's a good idea,
Let them
too.
do the legwork, and then we can be like, okay, we like that design, and then we can kind of gear towards
So I already
that.
did some of it with a company called, you're familiar with them, 'cause we talked
Landscape
about this
Structures.
pensions.
Ventura.
Ventura, yeah. That's what it is. So I have a couple books.
Nice.
You guys are more than welcome to look at them. I'm sorry?
They're who installed our newest plate equipment with the
That's
zip
what they
cruise
said.
thing and all that.
So I actually got a price from them to do splash pad over there too, so there's all kinds of stuff going on.
When was this part of, like, part of our 5-year plan? Does anyone?
Before we actually created the 5-year plan, I started working on that, just before.
Yeah, but I'm wondering when this is in terms of our 5-year plan. Like, are we supposed to be working on this year 3 or?
We're in
We
year
should-
2 right now.
we're in
We
year
should
2.
be working it now, so we know the
By
money.
year 3, okay.
So we know what to do in 3, 4, and 5. So
Okay.
it should be kinda,
We are in year 2
Yeah.
right now, correct?
Yes, okay.
So,
Okay, let's continue discussions for this at the next. Come back with a little homework.
I'll try and get some more info. And I do think that once the whip warms up a little bit.
let's
we
say,
go out
can we
there
wait for the field trip when it's a little warmer?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good idea. Let's do a field trip in the
Like maybe April?
summer.
and- There's something coming up in May too, so.
May.
I feel it's gonna
we've
be
got a
wet. It's gonna be, April's gonna be wet.
Appreciation
Wear your
Day on
boots.
May 3rd, so.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
next on the agenda is types of potential replacements or additions. I don't know what that means. I should have asked earlier.
Oh, those are types
that
of,
in terms
that's
of-
for the playscape.
That's what I-
So we just basically,
Oh, okay. Because it's a semicolon instead of a comma, so I
Right.
just assumed it was like the next thing.
let's knock it out.
There, okay, I'm just getting technical now. That's-
So are you gonna
Perfect.
maybe put that for the May agenda for us to do a field
That's a
trip over
great
there and
idea.
have our meeting over there so we can
That's-
do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
Do you understand what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Then
yeah, no, I
you'll
like
know
that
to
idea,
bring
yeah.
all your tape measure stuff, we'll know where to meet and so.
Yes,
So we actually have a meeting over there?
Yeah,
and stuff?
yeah.
I think in the summer, we should just hold our
Well,
meetings.
hopefully it'll be warm.
It'll be nice, and if not, we will be,
that's why I said May instead of April.
so that last time I got bit by mosquitoes, this time I hope. I mean, there won't be any, but.
Not yet, no.
Okay, so then the agenda doesn't state anything more further for new business. I do understand the memo states a few things, but I don't know if that's,
There was something about naming a bench parking or something.
yeah, but like these items should be on the agenda. I'm confused why they're not on the agenda.
Well, I mean, does that mean that we don't address them, or?
I think we can address them. I mean, is there a problem addressing them, Kizron?
No,
No, I mean,
I'm just
That you're
going to
aware of.
leave a little earlier, but that's
Oh,
all.
yes.
Well, we-
I have
I know
another
it-
meeting at 8. I'm just
That's
gonna leave a
okay,
little
let's
early.
just get
But,
through them then.
Okay. But moving forward, question, if things aren't on the agenda, are we still, is that supposed to be discussed in like additional items for the commission or,
They ought to reference the
'Cause I was just
attachment,
wondering-
they ought to reference the attachment,
Okay.
probably.
okay. 'Cause I was
I
curious
agree
about
with
it.
that part,
Yeah, okay.
because it can get a little confusing, can it?
So if we're asking, the question is, which names on the commission go on the park memorial bench?
I think we discussed past, present, and future.
Past and present,
And
right?
future, or,
Well, you can't do future, you
Oh,
don't know who
yeah.
they are yet. Kizron,
Clairvoyant.
let me know when I'm out then.
Just throw all our
Is
names
that
on
the
there now.
same bench as the memorial? Remember, we wanted to do Fred Babel? Fred was
Yes.
our, on the commission, and he recently passed, so commission wants to do, so is that included in the
Same one.
all commissions?
yes. I
Same
think it
bench?
was the same one, yeah.
All right.
That's as far as I recall.
So, what Kizron's saying is, we have to give the township clarification if we want just past commissioners, present ones, or if we can mix all of them, you know, like just one bench with all their names.
It's a memorial bench.
Well, there you go, we're not that.
So,
That's where your future comes in at.
but it was brought to our attention when your most recent commissioner passed.
Yeah,
And
when
that
Fred
is what
passed is when this
prompted
all
this. So we don't know what you want on that bench, if it's just that one commissioner, or if it's past commissioners, or if it's moving forward.
Yeah.
So I'm not making that
So-
determination.
Yeah, so maybe we don't just have to do, well then I feel bad, like I'm not coming. But I think we can just do all or does it have to be a memorial bench per
Maybe,
se?
couldn't we make that plaque say past, present, and future commissioners? No, I'm serious. I'm not trying to be facetious.
Well, not future,
No,
not
we can't do
future. You
future.
can't just,
No, nobody makes it forever.
right, but past and present.
Yes, we can do past and
Because when they read
present.
it 20 years from now, it'll still be present. It won't be
Yeah.
future.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Yeah.
then are we, so I
Past and
guess,
present,
the
okay.
question is, are we listing the names of the commissioners then? Is that what the question is?
She wants clarification if it's for, I'm sorry, if it for, is it for all commissioners or is it just a
Parks.
memorial bench?
Well, no, I'm not asking that.
Oh.
I know it's a memorial bench.
Wait, it is a memorial bench?
That is how it was purchased, as a memorial bench to park commissioners. You had initially stated that it was a memorial bench prompted by the passing of a recent commissioner.
Okay.
So we purchased the bench, we installed the bench. What would you like on the bench?
So do you want a whole bunch of little mini plaques, and do you want to try to fit on there, like, in loving memory of Fred, you know, da-da-da? Or do you want one main plaque centered saying, in memory of park commissioners, whatever, and then have them, people come and get individual name plaques for them? So you could have one
Oh,
centralized.
you would have individual names?
Yeah, so we would do one with wording of what the bench is
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
and then smaller ones with just like individual names.
How
and
many
maybe like
people are we talking about? I mean,
I think we have a handful right now.
I have no idea, that's why I'm asking
Well,
the
a
question.
handful that have passed away?
Yes.
I didn't, I know there was two, I only know of two.
well,
This
place is
commission
better-
has been
better.
50 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know,
There's a lot.
you can't start, you know, yeah.
Wow,
You gotta look
okay.
back.
I like the latter. I like the second idea.
I do too.
Yeah,
One big plaque, individual names we can add.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
As
don't have to
needed.
be individual plaques, right? You can just be names.
But you don't want to have like a huge plaque on the
No.
bench.
Right,
'cause then you
right,
can't sit.
right.
So we'll just do like, you know, the standard of what's on the path now on those benches. And then because it's slats on the bench, we can individualize, you know, just nameplates on that. So
Or you would
it's
do
still-
individual nameplates as opposed to just a plate and just engrave it?
Yeah, because you'd have to remove that to have
Right,
any
right.
updates put on it. Plus, you still want it to be comfortable for people to sit on. Instead of like, you know, so like we'll just do one, just basically saying what the purpose of the bench is. And then the other ones are more like flat, like this, like the nameplates.
But small.
Yeah, smaller, but it would just be names. I think we decided like 2x4s or something.
Okay, so then do
2
we,
inch by 4 inch?
so then do we make a motion for that then, for?
I need to know which names you would like on the bench, if that is the route you're going.
Okay.
Or we can just say all past.
Yeah, but somebody has to research it.
Yeah,
Somebody's gotta
like that's the
research it.
thing. It's
How
like-
far back are you going and what's the intent here?
Or are you going to put something at the hall saying, if interested,
No.
no?
No, this has to be under the
Under
commission's-
memorial.
Or do you guys want to start from Fred and move on?
Or just say it's all,
No, I
all
would like,
past commissioners.
I would
And not
recommend
put
it be
names.
very generic in appreciation of all past
There you go.
Past commissioners.
commission members who made this part. you know,
Yeah, that's a great
Something
idea.
like this, a little bit more generic, but it was prompted by Fred, so you can make sure that his family is aware of that.
And then just have one plaque.
so only past, not present, like past and present, just past.
Right, memorial,
Memorial.
Okay.
past, yeah.
Okay.
There
I
is a
mean, you're gonna be on there, right,
program,
eventually, so.
So if you just had a generic bench, just honoring past commissioners, whoever
We already have
served.
the bench installed, we're
Okay.
just, the question is, what do you want the
Yeah,
plaque
I-
to say?
well,
Do you want multiples?
I kinda like that one.
Just a generic one,
Yeah,
I would
let's
think,
go
and
for
then,
the
I-
generic.
yeah,
because
I-
families, if they want to, can purchase a bench and.
True.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
honor their loved one.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. That
Okay.
way, that'll save a
Would
lot.
someone like
just
to
the
make a motion?
generic.
Yeah.
Sounds like everyone just wants generic.
I think so.
I'm
too.
generic.
I
I'm afraid
agree
you
too.
miss a family
I
and
think
somebody's gonna.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get ticked off.
Just less person, you know.
Okay, would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion for a generic memorial plaque for the bench And are we gonna leave that up to the township to come up with the words, or what, should we
The
do it,
town-
or
The park manager.
park
I'll
manager?
present it for you guys at the next meeting, so
Okay.
that you can
Yeah,
tweak
that
it
would
if
be
you want.
great.
Okay.
I'll
Sounds
second
good.
that motion.
Thank you.
Great.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Next. The,
The next one is to amend our bylaws to reflect
wait,
the new
number
amount of our,
number 4. Are we saying anything about number 4?
oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
It's okay. It's rubbing off on you.
We're gonna have a Parks Appreciation Day on Saturday, May 3rd,
Okay, oh, well,
2025 at the main park.
great.
So we're
What
asking
sorts-
you to, so you're involved in setting the date. Last year it was the last Saturday in April. We found that it was also Earth Day, which was a little bit in conflict with the county activities. But we are also aware that this is also opening day for Little League, May 3rd, so. I don't think you're
Get a
gonna
lot
have
of
a
people
perfect
there.
day, that everybody's gonna not have something going on. We don't wanna push it too far, because we really wanna use it as a kind of a spring cleanup opportunity as well. Get people to the park, so just toss that date out there, and I don't know what your input is.
I don't know if Little League opening day is Saturday, is it usually Sunday as well, or is it just Saturday?
Usually just Saturday. I mean, in Marine City, I'm not usually Saturday.
So maybe we could move it to the Sunday after and try to, because I know,
The only problem with that is you're probably gonna lose a lot of people in the morning
people
going to
go to
church or something. They're just not gonna make it.
Yeah. Like I won't be there.
so the weekend before Earth Day, China Township typically does their day, Earth Day. And then Goodall's Park does theirs on Earth Day weekend, the next weekend. So we were doing ours the following, which is the weekend, so. We set certain hours, so I mean, if we wanted to do it a little later in the afternoon on Saturday, we would probably come up during. Because it seemed like when we were wrapping it up last year was when the park
A little
started.
early.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So what goes on this day?
Yeah, last year was our first
So we did seedling.
giveaways for trees, and that was like a huge hit,
Yeah.
because we did county the park cleanup, putting mulch on the muddy parts of the trail, and we did have a tire recycling trailer. I'm not sure if that will be available for
This year, last I looked, nothing's opened up for that. And we had
snacks and coffee and treats and things.
Okay.
You're not gonna find a perfect day, right?
Yeah.
No, so I think if we just stick with the dates, we
Yes.
already have some
Mhm.
advertising banners and things made. If we could just move it to the afternoon of the same day, it would probably be.
Like what time in the afternoon?
Last time,
we did what, 11 to 2?
Maybe it's just kind of early.
True.
I can do it 2 to 5 or something, or were you thinking later?
Noon to 3,
No.
it's better.
I mean,
Yeah,
if-
Saturday.
okay.
If you want us to just kind of, I'd just like to get that date on the calendar, and then
And we can,
we
And
can
then we can worry about time.
decide.
we'll start looking at planning and do the,
Just wanted y'all to be aware, so that when you hear people talking about it, you're not caught off guard, and "Well, why'd you pick that day?" Well, you picked that day.
It's easy for you to say, right? That wasn't my shot. All right. So we all agree on the 3rd, I guess?
Yes. That's a great day.
You don't need us to make a motion on that, do you?
No.
Yes, please.
Oh. Oh,
Otherwise,
okay.
we won't have a reference for sure.
Oh, okay.
Then yes.
I make a motion for the Parks Appreciation Day to be scheduled for Saturday, May 3rd at the main park.
I second it.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next.
Can I do number 5 now?
Yeah.
All right, Township Board has revised our member pay from $25 to $65 per meeting, which is greatly appreciated. Thank you to everyone involved. And the bylaws need to be amended to reflect this new amount.
I make a motion for the bylaws to just replace the cost,
I'll second
Instead
that.
of-
I agree with that.
yeah,
I'll second
instead
that.
of going into any other.
The
Okay,
cost in the budget.
Can you state that for the minutes, because Jackie won't understand exactly what that is that you're stating.
I don't have the bylaws in front of me.
So
So
the
the
section is
bylaws-
on the memo. How do you want that to read? It's not how I presented it. How do you want it to read?
Oh, like you were saying section 5, that's what you mean?
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Right now, it says current payment of 25 per meeting. That is no longer accurate. So my only suggestion is to keep it generic. The board may choose to change that again, and then you'll have to change your bylaws. If you have a generic, that the payment is as established by the resolution of the board, that would cover you for the future.
See down there, it's good.
Yes.
Then you don't have to do it again.
Okay, I amend my motion to state for section 5, the payment results as follows. Parks Commission members are entitled to per meeting payment as established by the resolution of the East China Township Board of Trustees.
I move the second.
Period. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, now we can go to old business.
Okay, yes, on to old business. This is in regard to the 5-year plan being placed on the big TV, but I don't think that's necessary if everyone's gonna have a hard copy.
So I don't bring my
So
hard
it
copy.
just seems like one extra.
Is it
There's
possible?
always one in here.
Oh, there is. That's
Yeah,
what I was,
it's in the
that's what I was
back.
trying to, oh my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay,
Okay,
all right.
so there's always one here, when we're here for this meeting, it's in this binder.
Okay.
And
So
there
there's
should-
really no need to go further in this.
I've actually requested one for myself, so,
Okay.
you know, if you wanna do that, Cindy's
I
gonna make a
have-
copy for me. to
I
make sure we
have,
it.
yeah, no, I have it. Thank you.
It was given to us.
Yeah, we got these at the last meeting.
Yep.
Okay, next is,
All right, and then the updates regarding the park sent during the month to the members. I don't know if everyone's been keeping up on that.
Yeah.
We're waiting for survey.
Can I ask a general question? There was some conversation about the whole park could be in a flood zone.
It is.
It is in a floodplain.
And with the river being in the back, was there any way that we could clean it all up? Or, I mean, would it be like really, really expensive? Was that the thought, or?
You mean clean the river up?
No, make the park drain to the river so you don't have a floodplain up here. Has anybody, I'm just
Eagle
curious
won't
if
like
anybody ever
that.
talked
No.
about
Yeah,
it.
no,
you can't
actually,
do that.
if you go through the, just to reply that Eagle, if you go back through our emails, you'll see something from Eagle that says that we can't, there's a crown and then there's a level, and we're not allowed to even mess with that. And that's just in that dog park area, so they don't want us
Okay.
adding anything.
This
to
is a
that.
state or a county thing or something?
It's a state, yeah.
State,
It's a
okay,
state.
okay. Takes care of that question. All right.
So we're waiting for the survey from one of the two new engineering firms that we have, and then we'll pass that on to Eagle, and then they'll let us know where we can go with that. We have our own, I'm not sure of Dwayne's title, but
Director of Public Services.
he's helping us out a lot with that, so. That's as far as we've gotten with that. And so I noticed that someone had requested that we get Chris back out here to run through the 5 phases that he offered. And I think that that's maybe a little premature. Let's first see what they'll let us do, and then, yeah, I guess we could request that he comes back out here
Right, once we know
and
what.
runs it by us one more time, so that, yeah, because we might have new questions, you know,
Okay.
there's new members, so.
okay, I'm sorry, I'm going back to this, the 5-year plan TV thing. It's not in this book. May I please request the 5-year plan to be, we only have the master plan in this book.
That is the 5-year.
The master plan for that's,
That's the Township Parks Recreation 5-year plan?
We have a
but
different
that's,
one.
this is not the one that's,
Oh, okay, so
You've got a copy of the master plan in the book?
yeah.
We can get you a copy of the
Give
binder.
me one of theirs too, that they're showing the color
Yeah,
one, because I don't have that one. Yeah, yeah, if you will, please.
Yeah, I guess I assumed that everyone
So,
had a
yeah,
copy
I
when
looked at it.
it was approved. And then I gave it to the new members as they
Yeah.
joined.
Okay,
But yeah,
thank you.
can get a
I
copy
have-
of the
yeah.
5-year parks plan
In here, yeah.
in the binder and 2 copies for,
Don and Evie, yeah.
Thank you. And then I guess we have no other, does anyone have any announcements? Sorry, we were done with that discussion, right?
Well, you're gonna make it out of here in time, aren't you?
As secretary,
Moving
that
Do
person
we have any
along.
announcements or other member comments?
I did have just one announcement, or I guess member comment. The St. Clair Police is doing a fun activity for the residents. It's anyone who wants to go. They're doing a Citizens Police Academy, if anyone's interested. Sounds fun. It's like a weekly thing on Wednesday evenings. They will do a background check on you, so FYI. But yeah,
Well, there goes me.
it's supporting your local, supporting your local community and the cops. So that's it. Any other items for the commission? Sorry, I'm taking.
No, it's okay.
No other items for the commission
All right, then I move
Okay.
that we adjourn
at 7.
at 7:53.
Perfect. Thank you.